What's up, everybody? So I'm going to kind of go over how to get more followers on twitch.tv for you guys. And basically, I'll probably be playing, I don't know, some game like Gotham City Imposters in the background or something like that as I'm going over this with you guys, just so you have something interesting to watch. Anyways, so let's jump into this. So there's a few things that will certainly help you get followers on twitch.tv. First of which is your voice. You want to ask yourself, do you have a good voice? You want to listen to your voice. You want to ask other people if you have a good voice. It's really important that you have a good voice while you stream, especially if you're commentating or talking with your audience. Definitely a low voice or a deep voice certainly helps a lot. People can kind of get annoyed by high-pitched voices, or if you're smaller or younger age, it may be harder for you to stream just because you might have a higher voice or something like that. So keep that in mind. Voice is very important. Also, you want to try to get a good mic. It doesn't have to be anything really fancy. Just make sure the sound quality is good. You don't have static in the background. All sorts of things like that. That's really a point that you want to get across there, that you have a pretty good microphone without static and stuff like that. Because the last thing people want to hear is all day long. Like people don't want to hear that. Okay, so second thing I want to go over here is your personality. It's really important, as a streamer, to have a good personality. So what I mean by this is when people come into your chat, you want to make sure you welcome your viewers. If someone says hey in your chat, you just want to say hey back. You ask them how their day is, things like that. If they say, hey, my day's going crappy, ask them why, or if their day's going good, that's great. Or if they bring up something in chat, just talk to them about it. People like that interaction. So you want to chat, just chat up your viewers. If they ever ask you questions, try to answer them. Don't ignore them. People hate when you ignore them in your chat, and they'll probably leave, or if they have followed you, they might unfollow you if you don't chat with them. So it's really important to keep your chat open and be aware of your viewers. Another thing that helps with your personality is be nice. Just be nice to viewers. Don't have a crappy attitude. Don't treat people like crap in your stream. Because even if you're not treating your normal people that always view your stream like crap, if you treat someone else that joins like crap, even if it's a troller or something like that, people see how you're treating these people. Yeah, I mean, I can understand you may be a little more harsh to trollers and stuff like that, but you need to try to handle it in a calm situation and stuff like that. So try to be nice to people. It's really important. People like that and they appreciate it. Next thing I want to kind of talk about in personality is, letting people add you to various, different things like Steam, for example. Basically, just allow people to add you on Steam. Maybe put something in your info that links to your Steam profile, or just, let people, if they want to add you, if they ask if they can add you on Steam, just say, hey, my username is this. Hit me up and add them. You do not have to add them. Just tell them that they can add you, and you can just accept whatever things. That way it's not taking any time out of your schedule or anything like that to add people, or it's not causing you a problem or anything like that. So just allow people to add you on Steam. What that does is it helps build a relationship with your viewers. This is really important. So that way anytime someone wants to say, hey, are you streaming today? You can say, yeah, I am at blah, blah, blah time. Things like that. Or no, I'm not. I got to do this and this instead. That way they feel good because they can talk to you, and, it may make people aware of things that they don't know. Things like that. So it helps to add people on Steam, and if any time people are bothering you or they're talking to you too much, the times you don't want them to, you can always say, go offline on your Steam friends list and stuff like that. It's not that big of a deal. But for what I've experienced, it's not really that bad, and it's pretty good. I think it's a good deal. I have a lot of friends on Steam now because of that, so it's fun. Another thing you can do with personality in the personality section, which I'm calling it, however you want to call it, but is talk to people on Skype. Do you have to do this? No, you don't have to do this. Is it really important? No, but it's something that can help create more of a relationship with your viewers. And you can meet a lot of cool people that way with voice chat. You know, you get to know people a lot better in voice chat when you're playing games. I wouldn't suggest Skyping with people unless you're playing a multiplayer game. If you're playing single player games, don't Skype with people. Just tell them, hey, I only Skype, in multiplayer games and stuff like that. But if you're playing a game like, Minecraft or some games that I play are like Brick Force or any type of shooter game that's multiplayer that people can join in, or any sort of free game, anything like that, it certainly helps a lot to Skype with your viewers. Yes, it can cause problems. There might be some people that are really annoying or try to take over your stream or stuff like that. But if they are causing a problem, then just kick them out of the call and say, sorry, man, but you're causing issues, But at the same time, be nice about it. Will they unfollow you if you kick them out of the Skype call? Maybe. They might not, Who knows? But it's cool. Like, I've met a lot of cool people talking on Skype. I only do it, like I said, in multiplayer games and for a limited time because, yes, it can be really annoying sometimes, especially when you have 20 people in a Skype chat and everyone's talking at the same time, or people are talking about different things and all that stuff. Just make sure when you add people to Skype that they are playing with you. You're not just adding viewers that are just going to chat and stuff like that. You want to try to keep your Skype calls related to the game, and at the same time, you don't want too much going on in your Skype call because then when people join your stream, you're not going to be able to talk over all the other people in the Skype call. So you do want to be careful about that. But it can be a good thing, and it's something that can be really fun when playing multiplayer games. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the game that you're playing. If you're just starting out and you're trying to get more followers, be aware of the games that you play. Don't try to play a game like, League of Legends or StarCraft 2 or Modern Warfare 3 or something like that to, start to get a bunch of followers. You're never going to get anywhere with it because guess what? There's 150 people that are streaming League of Legends, and if you have one viewer or two viewers, no one's ever going to find your channel. So you have to choose the right game. And basically, when choosing a game, think about games that are kind of popular, but not that many people stream them. So the best thing to do is to browse games on Twitch and see what other people are streaming and how many people are streaming those games. For example, The Binding of Isaac, if you've ever played this game, if you haven't, I would look it up. It is a good game to start out with because there's usually about 5 to 10 people streaming this game a day, which is not very much. But it does have enough popularity to get you a lot of followers. The thing that you also want to do is be aware of kind of what other people are streaming. I kind of just said that, but if you're streaming The Binding of Isaac, be aware of the other people that are streaming The Binding of Isaac. So, for example, say there's 5 people streaming. One guy has 63 people, for example. You have 12 viewers. The next guy has, 8 viewers. The next guy after that is 4, and then you have a 3, and then you have a guy with 1, another guy with 1, a guy with 0, or something like that. So the first guy has 63 viewers. So you are in second place with 12. So if somebody searches Binding of Isaac, they're going to see, the guy with 63 is first. Then you'll be second with 12. They don't want to go, if they check out that guy's stream and they don't like him, they're going to go to you next. If they didn't like the 63 viewer guy. So you're number 2 there. If the guy with 63 viewers all of a sudden decides, okay guys, I'm done streaming, or he changes games or something like that, that guy goes off the list, and then you're bumped to number 1. If that guy stops streaming, all of a sudden there may be 10 to 20 people from his stream that says, hey, I still want to watch Binding of Isaac. So let's go to this other guy's stream that was next. So then your viewer count goes from 12 to, 28 or something like that. And so you get a lot more people to follow you because you get all those free viewers from that other person that was streaming. One thing that's good is if you see someone with 800 viewers in this one game, if they're playing Rayman Origins or something like that, and that guy has 800 views and he's the only person streaming it, think about this. It's really smart if you stream that game, okay? The reasons why is if you start streaming that game and say you have 2 viewers for an hour, that all of a sudden you outstream that guy. And what I mean by outstream is you stream longer than that person does. So that guy all of a sudden stopped streaming, and he had 800 people. That means like 50 people will probably go over to yours and start watching your stream. Will they follow you? I don't know. It depends if they like you or not. But you might get a lot of free viewers that you can try to win them over by your personality or whatever, you know. But it's a way to take advantage of a situation. So also, you know, take advantage of large channels like that, like I was saying with the 800 viewers. If that guy decides, okay, well, there's so many people in chat, I'm going to go to slow mode. Well, all these people are like, well, crap, I want to chat with people. I don't want to just, like, sit here and watch this guy play and not be able to chat with anybody. Because slow mode, like, disables your chat for, like, 60 seconds or, I don't know, 120 seconds between your chats or something like that. So they might hop over and watch your chat or watch your stream so they can chat. And you might meet people that way. You know, take advantage of situations like that. And that's kind of what I did when I first started. The Creatures, if you guys are familiar, a lot of you probably are, were streaming Gotham City Imposters one day. And I was also I had been streaming that game a lot already, but I wasn't really growing too much. You know, I was one of the only streamers who streamed that game, so I did get a few followers from that. But one day they decided to stream that. So, you know, the Creatures have a big following. They had a lot of people watch. Well, one day they went into slow mode, and all of a sudden, all these people were like, well, I want to chat. So they all jumped over to mine because I was the only other person streaming at the same time as them. So then I had like 30 people watching me, and this is when I had like 5 followers, or not even 5, like 3 followers or 2 followers or something like that. Like some ridiculously low number, like I just started. And I had like 25 people watching me at once. You know, it was crazy. Like all of a sudden, all these people came. And did I get a whole lot of followers from them? No, I maybe got like 3 or 4, you know. But I met some cool people, and I grew from there, you know. I kept taking advantage of situations like that, and I chose smaller games to stream with, and that's how I grew. I streamed with a game called Terraria a lot, and that helped me grow a lot. Do I stream that game anymore? No, not really, because I'm not really into that game anymore. And some of those people only wanted to watch that game. But it helped me grow, and now I have a good amount of followers, and you know, that's the step you got to take, because that game, not that many people stream. There may be like 3 people streaming that game at once, but it's kind of popular. It will bring in a younger audience, I'll tell you that for sure. So be careful if you don't want a younger audience on the games you stream as well. Try not to stream kiddie games if you don't want younger people to watch your streams. In my opinion, I don't really care. I don't think it's a big deal if younger people watch my streams. Because a lot of younger people can still be really cool. You know, it's not a big deal to me, but some people may have an issue with that. I don't know. So that's kind of some information on streaming the game that you want to, you know, just pick the right game. That's what I have to say, I guess, for that. The next thing you want to do is try to, you know, develop a stream schedule. You know, it's really important to have a schedule when you stream. Why is this? Because if I stream every day at 8 p.m. Central Time, for example, and I tell all my viewers, hey, I stream every day at 8 p.m. Central Time, guess what? All those people are going to come check me out at 8 p.m., you know, or they know, hey, Josh is streaming at maybe like 8 p.m. or something like that. So they'll come over and stop by because they know that I'll be streaming at that time. If I just all of a sudden just want to do some crazy random, you know, schedule, which a lot of people seem to like to do when they stream, they just stream whenever. Even if you have like 100 followers, those people aren't going to know when you're streaming. So you start streaming, and unless they have their email thing connected, which they could, they might get an email that you're streaming, but most people probably turn that off if they follow a lot of people. So they're probably not going to see you. If they might happen to go look at, you know, they might log on to Twitch and go look at who they're following and see that you're streaming, but, you know, chances are they're probably not going to find you most of the time. So if you develop a schedule, it's really going to help keep consistent viewers. For me, for example, I always stream weekends every day at 8 p.m. Weekdays, sorry. And weekends I stream at 3 p.m. Central Time. So all of my viewers are aware of that. And that way, every single day, there's people waiting before I even start streaming You know, like I look at my viewer list before I start streaming, and there's already a lot of people in there. You know, like it's great. It's a great thing. You know, because then that way, as soon as I start streaming a game, I'm already popped up because I already have a ton of people watching me. You know, I'm popped up to the, you know, towards the top of the game, depending on what game it is, obviously. But you know, it's great because I have all these people that are already watching me as soon as the second I click stream. You know, it's great. So developing a schedule is really important. Once you've developed a schedule or figured out what works for you, whether it's, you know, you don't have to put an end time necessarily, but a start time is always important. Add that schedule down in the info section on Twitch. It's really important. That way people can just scroll down and see it. Yeah, you can tell people on stream as well, but it helps to see it in text because not everybody's going to ask all the time. Another thing under schedule that's really important is make a Steam group. You know, of whatever your username is. Just make a Steam group for your username. Like, for example, my username is Josh's19, so I made a Steam group called Josh's19. I allow everyone that watches my stream, and I tell them, join my Steam group, please. It helps. Because guess what? Every time I start streaming, I make an event. So if I want to stream tomorrow night at 8 p.m., I'm going to make an event or schedule an event on Steam. So it can be 2 p.m. today, or it can be the day before, or whatever. But you stream, you set up a schedule or something like that, an event or whatever it's called. I don't even remember. I think it's an event or something. Schedule an event is what it's called on Steam. And you set that up, and you say, hey, I'm playing, The Binding of Isaac, and you can select that game on Steam. And you put whatever time it is and all that kind of stuff. So if you have like 50 people that are following that Steam group, the second that it hits 8 p.m., it's going to pop up a notification on all 50 of those people's computer if they're logged on Steam. Obviously, if they're not logged on Steam, it's not going to, but if they are online in Steam, it's going to pop up a notification on all those people's computers saying, Josh's19 is streaming blah, blah, blah game, blah, 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 all that stuff. So those people are going to be like, oh, yeah, Josh is streaming today. Bam, I'm going to go over to his stream or something like that, It's simple as that. That's just reminding people that, hey, I'm streaming, Does it make it that big of a difference? I don't know. But it does help. I promise you, it does help. So I try to get as many people as I can to join a Steam group, It's really important. So try to do that for yourself. That can help you help keep your members aware. And if you don't have a set stream schedule, a Steam group might help try to make things a little more aware, or people a little more aware, something like that. The last thing I kind of want to talk about is other streamers. So other streamers can really help get you a lot of followers as well. How? Well, one thing you can do is make friends with other streamers. Try to find people that have about the same followers as you. If you have 300 followers, try to find someone else who has 300 followers. If you have 100 followers, try to find someone else who has 100 followers. Or somewhere close, within like a couple hundred followers or something like that. Somewhere who's about the same size as you really helps. And watch their stream. Obviously don't try to be friends with them if you don't really like what they do. If you don't like their personality, if you don't like their stream, then don't watch them. Find someone else. But try to, start chatting with those people. Make friends with them, That's what I did. I became friends with someone who was a lot bigger than I was, and I'm almost, caught up to him now in followers, It's great. And, he really helps me out a lot, He put me down his info. I had him in my info for a long time because I thought he was a cool guy. He always does kind of like a shout out on his stream. He says, check me out, and I try to tell my followers to check, or my viewers to check him out, stuff like that, and you can do stuff like that, It really helps. I lurk on his stream all the time. He lurks on my stream all the time, stuff like that. Another thing you can do is chat, If you're lurking on someone else's stream or something like that, start chatting with people. You get to know them. People become aware that you're a streamer, if you start talking about stuff like that. Just say, hey, I was streaming this game earlier today, if they're streaming the same game as you, The second you say that, then other people in the chat, even if they're chatting with you or not, they might be aware that, hey, this guy's a streamer, maybe I should check him out, I get a lot of followers that way, you know. I just start chatting, you know, especially on some people's channels, you know. They know I'm a streamer, and so I come in there and they're saying, hey, what were you streaming, or blah blah blah, something like that, you know. And I was like, oh yeah, I was streaming for like 12 hours today, and I was streaming, you know, whatever games, Dead Space 2 or something like that. And it was freaking hilarious because I was screaming so much, and everybody thought it was so freaking funny, and you know, stuff like that. But then all those other people in the chat, if that person has 20 people watching them or 40 people watching them, all those other people in chat just saw your chat. So they might go, oh wow, this guy's a streamer too, maybe I should check him out. So they might write you down, or they might go view your channel right away, and they might check out some of your videos, or they might just click the follow button because they want to check you out sometime. You know, it might get you some followers. Is it the best way to get followers? Probably not. But it's not the most time efficient way to get followers, but it can help. Like if you're not doing anything and you know you just want to watch some streams, you just chat it up with people. It really helps. So yeah, that's about it. Those are the main things I wanted to go over on how to get more followers on Twitch.tv. I hope it helped with you guys, you know, things like that. I also have some other tutorials if you guys want to see them. You can find the tutorials thing on my YouTube channel, like how to set up XSplit and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. You know, it does also help, again, to get followers is to have a good quality stream. Obviously, if you want to know how to set up XSplit to have decent quality, you can check out my other tutorial video on how to set up XSplit. But that's also pretty important. It's not that important, but you know, because there's a lot of people that are successful that don't have that great quality of streams because they have a good personality and a good voice and all that stuff. But stream quality can also help too, but that's pretty minor in my opinion in terms of getting followers. Alrighty guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed this this little tutorial here, and I hope there was some cool background playing and or cool stuff happening in the background while I was talking about this. So yeah, I hope all you guys have a good day or good evening depending on what time it is where you are, and I'll see you guys next time.